Hello, everyone. I just want to first say hi, Happy New Year, and I'm excited for this new segment I'm going to be doing and with Tam's Corner about talking about life in general, things going on, and just catching up. It's hi, Kara. It's not going to be too long. I'm not going to keep yapping at you for a long time, but I just thought it would be fun to do a segment about different topics and just chat about life in general. So today I'm going to start off. Today's January 8th, and it's National Bath Day. So I'm going to be using one of these bad boys today. The kids have been asking to do a bath bomb as well, and so why not? It's also, you guys are gonna laugh, but it's also would have been Elvis Presley's birthday today. My mother-in-law is a huge Elvis fan, and so that this day is kind of ingrained in my brain. But this year, 2019, is going to be a big year. Lots of things going on. Hi, Stacey. So Sadie's birthday is a week before mine this month, and we were planning a birthday party, and she's all about animals and Hogwarts and Harry Potter and all this kind of stuff, and we're doing a canvas paint night for her birthday. Talented artist, Christina Branson. She's also a special education teacher. She is amazing. She and her daughter are going to be doing a paint night for Sadie and her friends. And when we were looking at different pictures to do, she showed us a cat picture, which Sadie's all about cats, but then she showed us a 9 3/4 picture, and Sadie's like, oh, that would be super fun. And I said, well, you are turning 11 this year, which is the same age that you turn when you get your letter from Hogwarts. And so now it's this big, huge Harry Potter theme birthday, and she's excited. And so she turns 11 this month. And okay, this is going to be something else funny. Steve and I moved to Bakersfield in 1998, so 21 years ago. And my birthday in January of 1999, I had to get a new picture for my driver's license to renew and to show we actually live in Bakersfield now. And I got a notice last month that I have to renew my license this year and I have to get a new picture. So my picture on my driver's license is literally 20 years old. And I look the same, except I don't have glasses on in that picture. So I just think it's really funny that I have to, 20 years later, I have to go get a new picture. I guess they want to see how much I've aged. See what else is happening this year. Steve and I celebrate our 25th, our silver anniversary this year in March. So excited. Can't believe it's been that long. My nephew, Spencer, graduates high school this year. Crazy to think. This will be the 10th year I have been a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom. And Steve turns 50 this year. So we get to do an over-the-hill party for him. So just some fun things that are happening for us this year, some big events. I thought I would just go kind of touch base on those. The next thing I wanted to talk about are planners. Okay, so are you a planner person, or are you a pen and paper, just notebook and your phone? I have always tried to do a planner, every year I get a new planner and I have the best intentions, but by February, it's I don't use it anymore. So I don't use a planner. I would love to be able to use a planner, but it just is one of those things that don't work for me. So if you're a planner person or not a planner person, I would love to hear which you are and why. And if you're not a planner person, what do you use? I'm really intrigued. Last year, we got a big hanging calendar. So it was just one of those cheapy big calendar that had the big boxes on it so you could write it on there. And we hung it on our closet door right by the front door. And that seemed to really work well. And I got that from my sister-in-law, Jill, because that's what she has in her kitchen. She has a great big, just a cheapie, you rip off the month or you flip it over. And that's what they use to kind of for their family. And so I kind of got that idea from her when we went back to visit a couple years ago. And it actually seemed to work. So I'm so on top of it. I haven't even gotten my calendar yet. So, but it is coming. But yes, that's how far behind I am on life. I don't even have a 2019 calendar. I use my phone for the most part, because I'm typically on my phone. Although this year our goal is to cut back, on being on our phones, on social media. But on days that Steve is in the office, that's when I'm going to be working on my business and doing all my social media. So that's why I'm on today. And last topic I want to talk about, because I don't want to keep you guys forever, but are you a resolution person or are you a word person? So the new thing is word of the year. Resolutions never worked for me. Like a planner, I start off with great intentions, never happens. And what I find is I typically, what I found was that I used resolutions as an excuse. So, I'll just wait and start fresh in the new year. And that's not what I really want to do. I want to just start and go. And speaking of that, calendar year, I don't know about you guys, but because I guess our kids are in school, I typically tend to think a new year as a school year. And so it's like August, September, was almost like the beginning of our year, and now we're having another beginning of a year. So it's kind of weird to me, thinking, I have to start, something new in 2019, but really we kind of, so it's just, I'm interested to see how many of you are kind of when you think of the new year, you think school year. That's where my mind typically goes to first instead of calendar year. But I digress. So resolutions. Everybody always talks about weight loss resolutions at the beginning of the year, and you see all the ads for weight loss systems and gyms and all these things at the beginning of the year, and that's because people are like, okay, I just gorged myself in the last month with the holidays, right? I need to get back on track. Well, and at least for me, I've never really followed through with it. So last year, I have a privilege to be friends with a lot of very, very successful, motivated, driven women. And last year I saw that they were doing Word of the Year. So I looked it up, and I really loved the idea of doing a Word of the Year instead of resolution. And that to me is something I can do. When get lost, I can go back to that word. I can focus on that word throughout the year and kind of use it for myself and my family and my business. And so I am really enjoying this. I have the word written out, and I love it. My word this year is breathe. I know that seems really basic and it's not very business motivated, but it's because last year was so rough. I feel like I have not relaxed, and just the simple art of taking a nice deep breath and exhaling and being able to just relax for a moment. I don't know how many of you, I might be dating myself, but there was an old cartoon and it was a dog chasing a bird. And they were running and running and running, and then the bird stops, smacks the dog in the face, and says, "Breathe, idiot, breathe." And then they went back at it. And that's kind of what I feel like the last couple of years have been for us, is like, oh, I forgot, I need to breathe. And it's like tense, just you're waiting for the next thing to drop. And so that's why this year I have decided to focus on the word breathe. So I can make myself remember I need to take a deep breath before I react, before I comment, before I, sometimes we just naturally react without thinking, and taking a deep breath will help that. With my pain issues, it also helps to breathe into the areas that are painful to help release some of that. Hey, Carmen. So that is why I chose the word breathe for 2019. I'm going to make a very big effort to kind of relax, try to not be so tense. Life just gets crazy sometimes, and we forget that the simplest thing of just taking a deep breath and calming, finding our center, can go an extremely long way. So anyway, I would be interested to see if anybody, if you're a resolution person or if you're a word of the year person. If you're a word of the year, what word? If you'd like to share that with us. Everybody's different points in their lives, and we all have different focuses. And so the word breathe to me is very meaningful, whereas it may not be as meaningful for somebody else. So just throwing that out there. But yeah, so 2019 is going to be a big year. We're hoping Steve will be able to go back full time to the office. I am purposely, you're usually a resolution. Yeah, I used to be, and I always fizzled out. So I am focusing on a word this year to help bring it all back. Something that I can just do or think about when I'm driving, being mom taxing. Do you really? Oh, you're going to? That is awesome. I would be interested to see how you do a Braille tattoo. That's very interesting. I know for your boy, huh? I know. I love it. I just, sometimes the simplest things mean more or have a bigger impact. Yeah. We also need to catch up, Carmen. But yeah, 2019 is going to be a big year. Silver anniversary, Steve turning 50, my nephew graduating. It's it's a big year, and I want to embrace it and try and be more present and breathe, take in the moment, and it's just amazing how disconnected people can be without realizing it, or how tense people get. You know, life throws so many things at you that you are like in a ball, tense, ready. Okay, what's the next thing? You're in a defensive position and you're so tense that you forget that just taking that deep breath relaxes and centers you so that you can actually tackle that next big thing that happens. So that is my that's my soapbox for the year, or for the day. Breathe, people, breathe. But yes, I'm looking forward to this segment of Tam's Corner. I'm going to be jumping on here every Tuesday, and just going to be talking about different things, and excited to get suggestions from you guys on what topics you'd like to discuss, and to have that conversation with you, because, you know, there's so many things. I will say two things. Two things. I am not going to broach politics, and I am not going to broach religion, because that is very personal to each person, and that is something that I feel is a person-to-person conversation and not for the universe. So, any other topic, I am there. I can research it. So send them at me. And every once in a while, we may do a little spa treatment. Of course, you know, we have to throw that in there sometimes. But for the most part, I just want to talk. Find out what's going on in everybody's lives, and talk about the big topics that are happening, and hope that we can get more of a relationship and knowing what's going on. So I hope you guys have a fabulous week. Happy birthday, Elvis. I am going to soak in my bath tonight for National Bath Day. So, you know, it's not just for girls, guys. You know, there's lots of mineral treatments that help with backaches and all kinds of things. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and make sure you tune in next Tuesday, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.